Good evening. Coming up in Mello TV Evening News tonight, People's National Party staged protests against the government over postponement of local government elections. Klansman One Don gang leader found guilty of more charges, and police high command investigating social media video showcasing physical altercation between the police and soldier. And now the news in detail. President of the People's National Party, Mark Golding, and his supporters protested the ongoing postponement of the local government election in Crossroads today. The PNP says the postponement of the local government election is unethical and a breach of the democratic rights of the Jamaican people. Mr. Golding noted that the government does not have a plausible excuse for the delay.
This Jamaica Labour Party government has for 3 years in a row brought laws to the parliament of the country to postpone local government elections. And this last time in February really was too much to bear. There was no plausible excuse. Them cite the need to save money when they have collected over 80 billion additional tax revenue from the people of Jamaica beyond what they had originally budgeted for this year. And the local government election is just over 1 billion. And they have collected over 80 billion additional taxes from the people. It's quite clear that they have smelled the coffee and know that the people of Jamaica are tired of them. The people of Jamaica want to see a change. They want to see hope, and they want to see a better life for themselves and their children and grandchildren. They know that the People's National Party is the party of the people. It is the party that has brought liberation to the people over decades since our formation in 1938. And we are standing up for local government elections, and we are standing up for governance in the country at the local level. And we will be doing more of these small gatherings. And anybody in Jamaica who believes in democracy and feels that the local government election postponement was wrong for the country, was unprincipled, and was just an act of manipulation and opportunism by a desperate government that doesn't want to give the people a chance to show them how the people feel, can join us in these demonstrations that we'll be having periodically over the weeks and months to come.
In the meantime, Chairman of the People's National Party, Dr. Angela Brown Burke, added that the police do not have the proper equipment to do their job.
We need a Jamaica where the little money that the families on path get can do a little bit more than just one day something. We need a government that understands that minimum wage needs to mean something to those who get it. Because some of us don't even aspire to buy one whole loaf of bread. We used to buy a half of bread. Now we have to buy it by the slice. We used to buy big jill oil, but now we have to buy a little tubes in the plastic bag. Yes? That is the reality that many Jamaicans face. When you leave here today and you go on your knees because we are a praying nation, I want you to pray for the teachers them. You see the struggle that them under. You see the stress that they are under. I want you to pray for the policemen because you see the problems that they are in. Not even a proper bulletproof vest some of them have to be able to go out there and protect your life and my life. We need a government that doesn't sit in parliament and laugh about the issues facing our people.
Other protesters who joined the PNP in Crossroads also voiced their concerns.
We are calling for change of government, and as one of the local government reps, we see that nothing is really happening. It's we're promising, and the government is lying to us. And when we look at the civil servants, we are not even recognized, and we have to realize that these police and soldiers and nurses and doctors, they have family, and they have to go home, and sometimes they don't have anything to go to their family to. So, we want to make a change on that.
I am in solidarity with the persons that are suffering in this country. I'm not pleased with this Prime Minister. We need better Prime Minister like Mark X Golding. Firstly, the police, may I defend them to the teeth. You see police, them work night and day. They are human, they are family. They pay bills too. They buy food too. They have children going to school. And the police, they must get their money. A long time they forget their money. You understand me? This Prime Minister, no, him not make it. The community them, too much crime. I live in Central Kingston. I love my constituency. I love my community. And he mash up.
Andre Blackman Bryan, the accused head of the Klansman One Don gang, was found guilty again of aiding in the commissioning of the murder of a man identified as Dooley on August 15, 2017. The verdict was announced by Chief Justice Brian Sykes at the Supreme Court earlier today. Bryan was also found guilty of 2 additional criminal charges for the gang's deliberate assistance in a couple's double murder at New Nursery Fishery in St. Catherine and the subsequent burning of their home. On September 9, 2017, Jermaine Bryan and Cedella Walder were killed. Giselle Blake, Dylan McLean, and Tariq James, his co-defendants, were also convicted of knowingly aiding in the murders. Giselle Blake, Dylan McLean, and Tariq James, his co-defendants, were also found guilty of knowingly facilitating a criminal organization in carrying out the murders. The 4 men were also found guilty of willfully aiding an arson attack on a household. Brian Morris and Michael Wheatley, 2 suspected members, were found not guilty of the double homicide and arson charges. Andre Blackman Bryan has now been found guilty on 5 separate murders, including the double homicide. And still on crime this evening, the facts surrounding the shooting deaths of 2 brothers in the Roehampton neighborhood of St. James on Friday, March 3, is still under investigation by the police. The deceased are 51-year-old Dwight Waite, also known as Durami, and Dean Waite, aged 54, also known as Scatter, both residents of Roehampton, St. James. Brothers were killed at a shop. According to reports, both men were at a tavern operated by the younger brother Dwight near the main road in Roehampton at about 9:40 p.m. when they were approached by armed men who shot them multiple times. The police were summoned, and upon arrival, both siblings were discovered suffering from multiple gunshot wounds and were rushed to hospital. They were later pronounced dead. And over in St. Andrew on Sunday morning, assailants shot and killed a well-known businessman from Grants Pen and injured his wife during the attack. The deceased has been identified as Peter Green. According to reports, 2 individuals on a motorcycle entered the businessman's property at about 8 a.m. and started shooting, hitting both victims while making their escape. The couple was taken to hospital where Green succumbed to his injuries. And still in St. Andrew, another man was shot dead on Reynolds Road shortly after 8 p.m. on Sunday. He's been identified as 24-year-old Jermole Taylor from a Park Lane address off Reynolds Road. According to reports, Taylor was in a wholesale establishment on Reynolds Road near Park Lane when he was approached by gunmen who shot him multiple times. He was rushed to hospital by a resident and later pronounced dead. The police are investigating the incident. Popular disc jockey and record producer Arif Cooper has died after reportedly collapsing while on the job at a party in St. Andrew early Sunday morning. Cooper was taken to hospital where he was pronounced dead. Cooper worked at Fame FM for more than 2 decades as a broadcaster and DJ. Cooper is also known for creating popular musical rhythms featuring several singers and DJs. Mello TV and by extension the Cornwall Broadcasting Group extends condolences to the family and friends of Arif Cooper. In other news this evening, a serious motor vehicle accident along the PJ Patterson Highway earlier this morning involved a constable from Duhaney Park. The constable was rushed to the Spanish Town Hospital, where he is presently undergoing treatment and is said to be in stable condition. According to an eyewitness, the vehicle flipped several times. The other occupants of the vehicle sustained injuries and are being treated at hospital. Up to news time, the state of the constable was not confirmed. The Police High Command of the Jamaica Constabulary Force says it is aware of a video that has emerged on social media showing a verbal and physical altercation between a member of the Jamaica Defense Force, the JDF, and a member of the Jamaica Constabulary Force. An investigation has been launched into the matter, and Assistant Commissioner of Police in charge of Area 4, Donovan Graham, will meet with his senior JDF counterparts to discuss the incident and bring the matter to resolution. According to a press release, the Jamaica Constabulary Force remains committed to working with the JDF to maintain law and order and to serve our communities. The JCF has urged its members as well as the public to remain calm as they investigate the matter. The JCF further stated that they will take the necessary steps to ensure a speedy resolution and maintain high levels of cooperation that currently exist. The Ministry of Agriculture and Fisheries has been allocated $21.25 billion for the 2023-2024 fiscal year, which is a 19% increase and $3.39 billion more than the previous year. Portfolio Minister Pernell Charles Jr. made the disclosure during a meeting of the Standing Finance Committee of the House of Representatives at Gordon House on March 1. He noted that the sector achieved a 9.9% increase in domestic production from 770,456 tons in 2021 to 846,508 tons in 2022, and that the approach towards mitigating the negative consequences and other climate change issues did not start this year. The ministry has already expended $90 million to assist farmers, and the intention is to spend more than $100 million in terms of support in varying categories. And those are the stories making the news this evening. Thank you for tuning in to Mello TV Evening News. I'm Nicole Hales. Stay safe and thanks for watching.